What's going on, everybody? Kennybomb is in the building, and we knew Virtua Fighter was coming back. But I did not expect Virtua Fighter to come back like this. It looks like they're doing a full-blown reset. And from what we've seen, just from this off-screen gameplay, this thing looks amazing. And they're changing things up quite a bit, so let's take a look at it. Now, I had no idea what this was when they first showed it. Don't know what this Raven thing was here. Morning has broken like the first morning. That tells me they are definitely going back to Virtua Fighter number 1. Like the first morning, we're going back to the first one. Blackbird has spoken. Like the first Blackbird, we're going back to Virtua Fighter 1. Starting things over fresh. Now you heard Akira there, that very familiar. Boom. The back shoulder thing tells you exactly who that is. But if you look at it, it's a completely different looking character. Now, if you know Virtua Fighter, again, just by the small set of moves we've seen, this is definitely Akira. But what's going on with this attire? Because this is not how Akira has ever looked. If you're unfamiliar with Virtua Fighter, let me give you guys a visual. So this is Akira. If you've played a Sega game before, then you probably ran across him. He's in the Shenmue games. I believe he's in the Sonic games too. But if you look at his look, you always see him in this white outfit. Sometimes you might get this black one here. But he always looks the same. In this new Virtua Fighter game, he looks completely different. Here he is. And the fact that he looks different and they're hiding his face tells me one thing. They're making a very necessary change to this game, and they're giving this character a story. They're giving him something. In all of these Virtua Fighter games, it's always really been about the in-game fighting and the mechanics. There's like a final boss named Dora who's just like a metal figure. I had never known where this guy or girl came from. It had boobs, so I guess it was a girl. But there was never a story in Virtua Fighter, and that's what always bothered me about it. It was fun to play with friends, family members, or whatever. The game debuted on Sega Saturn. We didn't have online back then, but you could go back as far as Street Fighter 2. They gave you story bits and some personality for their characters. Mortal Kombat always did it. Tekken always did it. Even Dead or Alive put some focus on their story. But Virtua Fighter, up until Virtua Fighter 5, is something they never really added to the game. Now, some people say there was a story buried in there somewhere, but I never found it up until this day. It looks like Virtua Fighter is going to change that. Not 6. We'll get back to that, though. So big difference for Akira. They're not even showing his face. Hopefully this is Akira on some type of journey. And then we get the reveal, Virtua Fighter. So it's not Virtua Fighter 6. They're going back to the roots. Is this a full-blown reboot? Not sure, but I think Virtua Fighter 5 came out like 15, 16 years ago at this point. So you don't want to make this named Virtua Fighter 6 because I think it would drive people away. If you make it a new franchise, then it's fresh. They just announced Virtua Fighter Vivo or whatever they're calling it for Steam. So that's going to get more people introduced to the game. And naming it Virtua Fighter brings people in to start from scratch. Perfect way to pull this off.
10年早いんだよ
I don't speak Japanese. Somebody let me know what they just said in the comment section. And boom! We see the gameplay. I thought they were going to leave us with that, but check this gameplay out. We got Sarah and Akira here. Now, there's a lot going on. Here's why I say it's a big difference from what the old Virtua Fighter game was. If you remember, in every stage in Virtua Fighter, there was like... It was kind of like a box. And around that box, you had like edges where you could knock your opponent off. You can get ring outs. You go ring out. Here, this looks like a straight up, like there's barriers all around. So it looks like they're doing away with the ring outs and actually changing it to a fighting game, a 3D fighting game, much like we see with Tekken. Now, Mortal Kombat went back 2D. Street Fighter is pretty much 2D. Is that 2.5D? No. Street Fighter's 2D. It looks like we got another 3D fighter stepping in the ring with Tekken. Not Tekken, Virtua Fighter. But also, this is something I'm not really a huge fan of because it's something you see a lot in Dead or Alive, and it gets on my nerves. A lot of parries. If you look here, every time Akira is hitting Sarah, she's like blocking everything, and then he does the same and knocks her down. Check out the parries. Boom, parry, parry, parry. And he just hits her with that Akira back, what would you even call that? Back push? Let's slow it down. Because that's another thing. A lot of people say they want these fast games. This looks very quick. And looks like you're going to have some pretty fast response times to get these parries in. Oh, a lot of motion blur. A lot of motion blur. He whiffed that kick. Dodged it. Look at that. Under his head. Her head went under her leg. Oh my goodness. Watch when she punches him. He slips the punches as well. She parries. He trips her up. Now she's going to hit a lot of parries. Blocked it. Blocked it. Blocked it. Now he's stuffing hers. Now listen, I don't play online a lot as it is, but this is something I definitely won't be playing online. Tekken is terrible with the juggles, but this thing is going to be ridiculous with these parries. But it looks beautiful, even off screen like that. And then we get this. So we'll have a Virtua Fighter Direct today. Today, as I'm recording this video. December 13th at 12 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. 12 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. Wait a minute. It's 12 o'clock a.m. Eastern right now. Yes, so the Virtua Fighter Direct is actually already up, but I scrolled through it and didn't see any new gameplay, so we'll come back and talk about that later. Can't wait to see more though. Wolf is my guy. Show me Wolf. Show me Jackie. Let's get this Virtua Fighter train going. Thank y'all for tuning into this video. Don't forget to drop a like on it and smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Bomb Squad, let's get